As you guys know, I'm 17 years old, which means I'm not technically an adult. That'll be next year. But when I do become an adult, I want to make sure that I have all the necessary skills needed to be a productive member of society. And so today, my goal is to successfully learn about 10 different skills that every single adult knows how to do. From cooking, to cleaning, to laundry, to taxes, all of the above. So hopefully this could be a nice learning experience for the both of us, and we could both be great adults moving forward. Let's do this. All right, so the first skill that every single adult knows how to do is delivering high quality CPR. So being CPR certified, I feel like is a very important thing. I actually was at some point. I don't know why they gave it to me. I definitely could not save a person if they needed that right now. But we're gonna play this, it looks like a racing game, but it's by the American Heart Association. Enter my name, Sam, and let's do this. Let's save some lives. All right, so there's 3 laps. Okay, so basically 3 levels, 3 stages in order to save this human. So I've completed the training, even though I haven't. So let's do it. All right, so if we start with chest compressions. So I need 120 compressions per minute. So remember they used to say you need like a song that has 120 beats per minute. I don't know a good one. I think it was like Staying Alive or something. Maybe that's from like a TV show. What is with this racing theme? All right, so we're gonna start these chest compressions. It's a little bit quick. What do you mean faster? I'm like right in between the green. I'm getting like perfect clicks every time. Wow, they really gamified this. So it's all about putting on like good deep pressure, because apparently like you want to almost break their sternum or something. Like that's like the gauge of whether or not you're going deep enough. Actually, don't take any advice from me. Literally do not. What I'm saying right now should not be taken as any sort of advice. Maybe what you see on screen, but did I just let him die? Oh, I looked away from the screen. Oh, wait, no, I did it. Good job, he said. Okay, cool. So I got 70 points for that. I think that's pretty good. So now we're ready to squeeze the bag. So I used to give the mannequin like mouth to mouth, I think. There we go. This thing's kind of like bugging out. It's like not like, okay, never mind. Maybe I'm just a bad administrator of CPR. They're saying good. $120. I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like that's pretty good. I'm in the hundreds. Don't tease me with a good time. All right, so as a team leader, you need to communicate information to your rescuers immediately. All right, so basically I have to now communicate. So if I'm not the one doing it, I have to be able to like teach it. Because you only truly know something if you can accurately teach it. All right, you're going way too fast, so slow it down. Okay, everything else looks good. Recoil, no, everything else is fine. Good job, cool. All right, now what? I don't think you're going deep enough. A little deeper. Incorrect. Oh, we need to slow down, okay. You need to go a little deeper. Right? Hopefully. Did I kill him? Good. You, sir, need to go a little bit faster. Yep. See, he's starting to breathe now. Look at his mouth. His head's starting to jerk up. Correct, okay. You need some recoil. Yep, there we go. Oh, I could like teach this. I feel like I should teach a class on this. Turn into a YouTube video about becoming an adult, and now I'm gonna be like a professor. All right, you need to switch, you're tired. New guy in, killed it. We just saved this man. How many points are you gonna give me for that one? Optimal call by yours truly, 200 points. I don't know if that's good. They should tell, let's see the leaderboard so we could gauge. Okay, I guess it's not that good. However, I'll take 200. 2 out of 3 times, that means I save a life. It's a lot of lives. All right, so the next essential skill that every single adult should have is interviewing skills. And the way we're going to do that is by looking at a bunch of different scenarios and identifying what is going right and what is going wrong so we can bring it all together and decide, is this a good interview or not? So first up, we have this lady who is clearly doing a lot of things wrong, like having a Dunkin' Donuts sticker on her fridge. That should be Starbucks. No, I kind of like Dunkin'. But yeah, I mean, this is just like a slew of issues, so let's just go through them. First off, your beat. Like you need to, your clothing is bad, your hair's not done, it looks like you didn't prepare for this whatsoever. I'm probably 95% positive you're not wearing pants. You're eating during an interview, like why would you be doing that? Your kid is probably screaming because he's an iPad kid, and your dog is probably barking. So basically every single thing is going wrong. Your background is terrible. I mean, this is just like Zoom 101. She has very bad etiquette. So basically, bad interview. Even I know that, and I'm a YouTuber. All right, so now they're asking me, why are these outfits inappropriate for a job interview? Okay, so you guys want the honest truth? The one on the left, the reason why this is a bad outfit is because he looks like Channing Tatum in 22 Jump Street, like he's going back to high school. So honestly, there's just like not enough inherent swag for him to pull off anything like that. Like, why is he dressed like he's going to school? He's probably 53 years old. He probably has a mortgage. He probably defaulted on his mortgage, let's be real. The one on the right, why is that outfit not so good? Well, as a proper adult now, I would say it's probably too revealing, showing a bit too much skin. You look like you're running like some PTO meeting at a school, which isn't the worst thing, but I just, you know, maybe you want to just dress up a bit more formal, right? You're going on a job interview for a salaried job, so honestly, both of these are kind of bad. The one on the left is much worse. Like the one on the right, at least she kind of like, you know, has her hair done. The guy on the left is like stubble and everything. Just clearly he's not taking care of himself. Everything about that outfit's atrocious. Besides the New Balances, they go kind of hard. Make note of what's in your closet that might work for a job interview. Are there items you would definitely not wear? Okay. I'll show you the one item in my closet that you should never wear to a job interview. You ready? It says, I love Chinese food. Why? Because they might think you're racist, but in reality, you just don't like Chinese food and you got a shirt, so. But this person's doing everything wrong. I mean, you got the beanies on, you got gum in your mouth, you're wearing whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. Some sort of terrible blouse, but yeah, bad. All right, so another thing that every single adult, at least in the United States, should know is how to win an argument. More specifically, how to understand the arguments within our government, aka civics, aka Supreme Court, stuff like that, judicial system. So let's go ahead and play Argument Wars, try and figure out. This looks riveting. Let's see. There's too many to pick from. Who do I want? Let's go with Owen Wilson. You're about to argue a legal case that made all its way to okay, let's see. Let's win this. This is interesting. This is New Jersey, so let's try this. In 1980, a high school freshman with the initials TLO was caught smoking cigarettes in her public school's bathroom. So basically, the principal searched her purse. Delinquency charges, she argued that the evidence from her purse couldn't be used against because the search violated her constitutional rights. Okay, cool. So we're going to do that. All right, here we go. This is our time to shine. A principal has to balance students' rights to privacy. Of course he does. Okay. Am I even playing this game, or are they just walking me through things? Oh, select the constitutional basis. So why is she able? So this is going to fall under the Fourth Amendment. The government needs a really good reason to go through your stuff and may need a warrant. So basically, you can't search somebody else's property without proper documentation or warrants. So I'm going to select this one. And I get a star. Your Honor, if I may, this case involves the Fourth Amendment. Of course it does. That is correct, says Chief Justice Garland. Okay. I'm not doing 4 rounds of this, but I feel like I just won the argument. So I just beat civics class. I know everything. All right, so now it's time to do something that every single man, at least, should know how to do as an adult, and that is how to mow a lawn. So we're playing Lawnmower Simulator so we can get privy to the idea of mowing lawns and taking care of our households. So we're going to name the company Sambucha LLC. Okay, company logo, we're just gonna make it this. Looks like the BP logo. And yeah, he looks good as is. I feel like that kind of looks like me. It's like they generated, the game was like made off of me. All right, so what do we like? The Stiga, the Patterson, the Knight. I don't know. I want something that goes fast. So top speed, 5.5, 7, 3. All right, let's get the fastest one. Okay, and we got like a weed whacker or like an edger. Let's get the most expensive one because we have the budget. 480. Yeah, I like that. Okay, here we go. Why are they lawn mowing simulator Dino Safari? Who is buying that? In what world are you trying to like mow a lawn when you literally have like dinosaurs? All right, so let's see. I love how I could sprint in this game. Look at this. This is pretty insane. And here we are. So hold Z to start the engine. I guess we're driving now, right? Throttle is put on. Oh, this is... All right, here we go, boys and girls. We are cutting grass. Okay, my progress bar is not going anywhere, so maybe I have to lower... Oh, so we're not... Okay, I see. I have to lower the blade. Now engage it. Okay. Oh, now we're making our way. Woo! What I'm talking about. You know what? There's nothing beats a beautiful sunny day, 75 degrees, and you're just cutting some grass, just cutting some bluegrass from Kentucky. You know, headphones in, listening to a podcast. Maybe you're watching a Sambucha video. Okay, I just destroyed a flower and I got a fine for that, but we're gonna ignore it. Let's see how it's coming. I know that common wisdom says that you should really be following like some straight lines and some sort of pattern. This looks great though. I feel like we're really showing up right now. Okay, it says, warning, my engine is overloaded. I don't know how that's possible, but nonetheless, we will continue onwards. Slow things down a bit. Am I able to just go on their porch? Oh, I could. Look at that. All right, so let's edge a little bit. I think they're looking for some edge. All right, let's do it. Hold this to start cutting. Can you like mow a lawn with an edger? Oh, now we are whacking the weeds, baby. Pick up grass. Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, my gosh. Take some of these flowers, do a little work on them. Beautiful. Oh, I'm getting fines for doing that, so maybe I shouldn't. It looks beautiful. Tell me, like, am I not adulting right now? Is this not me owning a home and doing the absolute most and making sure that this home is ready to go for the future? Like, look at this. If you put this on Zillow, how much is this house going for? At least, if this is in this condition, I think you get like a really solid like $4 or $5 million. In the UK, I mean, I don't know what home prices look like, but I know this is $1 million mansion. Okay, I had to turn on the throttle. Now we can drive. How about I bump into you? Yeah, how about that? Leave a little bruise before I get out of here. You guys better pay me good too. That just delivered one heck. Okay, how do I get off? You off, and we are heading home, boys. Here we go. Yes, ma'am. Let's see how much you give us. I'm expecting at least $100, $200. At least 45 euro. But to be fair, we lost about $7 or so from destroying flowers and having a collision with their car, which all things considered, only losing $1 on a collision is really not that bad. We must have some stellar insurance. But okay, I feel like I learned how to mow a lawn, so another adult skill acquired. All right, so don't judge a book by its cover, but I am going to learn how to properly clean using Girly House Cleaning Simulator. So what we need to do here is we need to basically clean the room up. So we need to tidy. So they're going to tell us what needs to be cleaned up, and I'm just going to put it into the basket. Because everybody, if you're watching this and your room needs to be clean, maybe you shouldn't procrastinate. Maybe you leave this video on in the background and you use it as background noise so you can actually clean up your room. Dirty tissues you want to put into there. See, I don't know why there's so many dirty tissues laying around. Actually, I think I do know why. Well, this isn't a guy's room, but I guess girls use them too. Learning a lot of things. All right, so pillows go back on the couch. Right, hangers we want to hang up. What else? We want to vacuum, so make sure everything is in order. And look at that, it's spotless. We want to clean the windows. How do we do that? We use some Windex. So we're going to spray everything with Windex. Yes, ma'am. Okay, even more. And now we're going to wipe it. Yes, ma'am. Full on wipe it. And here's another one to go, you know, back and forth. Yep. Oh, yeah, we need to do this bottom area. And now it's glistening, clean, beautiful window. And now the entire room is perfectly clean. All right, so let's say now you've cleaned your room. So now we're going to learn how to clean the bathroom. So to clean the bathroom, we first turn the light on. Now we're going to pick up all these rolls of toilet paper and we're going to put them nicely on this vestibule. Is that a right word? Vestibule. And now we're going to mop. What are we going to mop? I don't know if this is telling me to mop. We got to get rid of these cobwebs. Jeez, get rid of all these cobwebs. Ew, get rid of all these cobwebs. Hey, okay, there we go. Now this, I'm going to clean these floors like you've never seen it before. And I'm going to wipe this shower like you've never seen before. Now we're looking good. So now we need to repair this. I don't know how to do that. All right, so we're gonna suds it up. Now we're going to squeegee it. And we're going to apply some glue, which is actually going to magically fix these cracks. Which I don't think this is how it works, but hey, it works in this instance. And it looks like we have a perfectly clean bathroom now. There's not a single thing wrong. So now we're gonna move on to the final room, which is the playroom or the living room. I'm sure a lot of you guys have a lot of messy living rooms, and that's not okay. So if you have purses, you want to pick them up, put everything away, make sure it's sorted nicely. I don't know why you guys got all this stuff in here, right? Let's make sure things are nice. Put the pillows on the couch. Make sure things are in order. Clean up broken glass, right? Throw it away. You got towels. Make sure you're cleaning up the windows, making sure everything's looking nice. You have guests coming over soon, all right? We really don't want to be in a situation where the house is dirty. So you're going to want to get all these ants and put them in these jars because we don't want to kill them because that would be equally rude. So we're just going to put those away, lock them up, and we're going to dust these cobwebs off because, as everybody knows, cobwebs, unless you're housing Spider-Man, aren't the sexiest things. And bada bing, bada boom, now you have a brand new clean living room. We just cleaned up a lot, we learned a lot, let's dispose. Oh wow, they want to throw out the ants. Okay, that's kind of messed up. So we're gonna give them no oxygen by putting that plug on it, and then we're just gonna throw it out, so I guess whatever. All right, so the next big thing that every adult should know how to do is cook. And so I'm going to do a cooking simulator to learn how to make a very basic meal, which is going to be pizza. Something everybody knows, right? Oh, I have to buy it, never mind. So I guess I'm just gonna be doing whatever they give to me, which is just cooking school. So let's learn about, first of all, buying groceries. All right, so we have bootleg Gordon Ramsay telling me, hello, the manager asked me to teach you a thing or two. I want you to walk up to the wooden racks in the pantry. Sure. See those tomatoes? Buy one. Okay, take it to the countertop. Well, where's your countertop? Here we go. Place it down. Okay, there's a plate. All right. I plated it. So how, you want 3 tomatoes? Sure thing, I could do that. I can only take one at a time. That doesn't seem logical, but that's fine. I'll take 3 tomatoes because that's what adults do. You know me, classic adult. Just getting my tomatoes. Yep, that's me. Put that on top of here. Doesn't make it, okay, yep. Thank you, Gordon Ramsay. So now I'm ready to go. So I know how to buy food. So now it's down to cutting food. Cutting food is something that you guys have to make sure you know how to do. You have to learn how to hold a knife. All right, so yes, I'll pay attention. So first grab the tomato and place it on the cutting board. Easy enough. Tomato on the cutting board. Take the knife, easy enough. Grab by the handle. I just want to cut into 4 pieces. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Did I just learn how to cut? So I'm done with cutting now. Now it's about seasoning. So I bought the tomatoes, I cut the tomatoes, and now it's time to season the tomatoes. All right, so in order to season, now all of a sudden we have salmon. That came out of nowhere. So we have some salt, and we are just going to simply, all right, so they want 3 mgs. And that is 3 mgs. Now I officially seasoned the salmon with salt. I don't know if salt's considered seasoning, is it? All right, now we're going to make and serve a dish of food. Because as chefs, as adults, that's what we need to be doing here. All right, so your order will be a steak with a side of French fries. Okay, easy enough. Someone order a dish. All right, so steak with a side of French fries. So what do I need to do? All right, so, oh my gosh, I have to do a whole thing now. Okay, so I went from that to like ordering an entire thing. Take the steak out of the fridge. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Put it somewhere. Cutting board will be fine. Okay, yes, chef. Season it. Yes, chef. I'm gonna season it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know what they wanted. Hold on, can I check this board? Okay, let's put this down. I can't even exit this now that I'm in the season mode. Okay, 4 grams on the salt. That's fine. I can do 1 more. Good. Now we're good. Black pepper. Again, we'll need 4 grams on it. Okay. Order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy enough. Turn on the griddle. It's right next to the fridge. Okay, griddle is now turned on. Now put the steak on the griddle. My gosh, I'm kind of stressing out a little bit. Steak's on there. Wait, so what am I waiting for? We want to fry both sides, so we need to flip it. Once the steak is on the spatula, then we could flip it. Nice, now we wait for the other side to sear, and it looks good. Go and find a plate in the pantry. Oh, I need a plate. Okay, hold on. Put this back down. Sorry. How do I put it back down? Where's it? Okay, can I just do this? Okay, no, I need to drop this. Where do I put this? So I'll put this down. Okay, I need to drop this though, don't I? No. Okay. I need to drop this. Move, find them. Okay, I'm going. You're stressing me out. Okay. I need to interact with this somehow, so how do I put this down? Oh, drop it is just... Listen, I'm sorry. I don't know where to put this. Can I put it over here? You see, we're running into some issues because I don't know how to... Oh, I just put it back like that. Okay, gotcha. All right, I finally did it. Get the plate. Gonna plate the steak. Steak is on. Put the plate down for now, okay. Take the cutting board. All right. Go to the pantry and buy 2 potatoes, okay. What? I mean, do I... 1, 2, take them back to the countertop, and then we're going to cut them. So that's where I get the knife. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I dicing them or what? That's okay. You can put the knife aside. Oh, I'm so stressed. Okay. Put the knife back. Put the knife back. Knife goes back in. Now I take these. Do I have to boil them or what? What am I doing with this? Gordon, I need directions. Okay, turn the broilers on. Yep, walk up to the deep fryer. Press the button to fill it with oil. It's filled with oil. You can turn it using the knob. Pick up the potato pieces and put them in, okay. Nope, not that. Not that. Just pick these up. Good. Pick up each individual piece. We're making potatoes. Okay, nope. Good. We're just making some potatoes. Oh my gosh, please. Good. Put it in. Just let it cook now. I don't know how long it needs to cook. Use the basket to pick up all the potato pieces. There's really none left. Did I just pull out like a fried potato? All right, let's put this down here. Let's pull this out. These are ready to be served. I dropped like half of them. You can modify the pickup range. All right, so let's just dump these out. Dump these out and let's just abandon this. I'm so stressed. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I quit. I can't cook. I can't cook. On to the next skill. I'm not cooking. I'm done with this fryer. All right, I'm done with this fryer. I paid $19 for that game. All right, so now we're going to learn, because as all adults do, about other countries and cultures. So this is something called Don't Gross Out the World, and basically it teaches you about other cultures. I think cuisine-wise specifically. So let's see if we have good dining etiquette. And we're going to learn some. So what's the right way to ask a chef for ketchup in France? There's no right way to ask for... okay, I don't think you should be asking a chef for ketchup. Yeah, all right, so that's good. All right, next up. So what do the 3 rounds of tea served at Malian dinners symbolize? Anybody from Mali, let me know. But I think it should be life, love, and death. Wow, that was a random guess. In Nigeria, what is fufu? I think fufu is, since we're playing with foods, it's probably going to be a dumpling. Yep. Context matters. What do you say before dinner in Hungary? So I'm actually a little bit Hungarian, and you say, what should you bring if you're invited to a dinner in Cameroon? I think a basket of fruits for good luck. A special tea. Okay, nothing. What should you do with a baguette in France? I think you should tear it and use it to scoop food. Yeah, there we go. How do you pass food to someone in Japan when you're using chopsticks? You should not do that. Yeah, definitely don't do that. How do you ask for Parmesan oregano? So if you want Parmesan or oregano, you don't do that. You don't do that. What utensils would you find in Thailand? I would say 2 forks, 2 knives, 2 spoons. No, so maybe a fork and a spoon. Okay, so they don't use chopsticks there. Is there a polite way to eat peas in England? Yeah, you shouldn't. But yes, mash and squash them with your fork. All right, so I did pretty well there. I think I'm on my way to being like a very worldly cultural person. So I'll count it as a win. Another thing that adults do exceptionally well is they're really good at reading. They have a lot of patience, and I don't have a lot of patience, and so I figure the best way to become a better reader is to learn how to speed read. And so basically what we're going to do is figure out what our speed is, and then the next time I do it, we're gonna wanna increase that speed. So first we're going to gauge, and you guys can actually play along and see this too, but let's like see what our current reading speed is. So we're gonna do famous people, level 2, story 2. Begin. What night in history was the scariest? If you lived in the 1930s, you might say October 31st, which is Halloween. Orson Welles, radio director, created a radio version called The War of the Worlds. People thought the story was real. They thought Martians were coming to Earth. They began to panic. Welles had to tell them it was just a story. He was also famous for his first film. He made it in 1941. It was called Citizen Kane. Done. Orson Welles was a radio... Okay, so now they're quizzing me to see if I comprehended it. So Orson Welles was a radio announcer. He created a story called War of the Worlds. He was also famous for his first film. called Citizen Kane, so he's a director. Done. I got it all right. So the average adult reading speed is 200 and 300. So I guess I'm already an adult in that regard, but for success in college, you should be able to read 350 to 450. Okay, well, I'm going to college next year, so that would make a lot of sense. All right, let's take one more then. Let's see if I improve it all. So we'll do American History, Level 2, Story 2. So I want to shoot for 350 in order to excel at college. James Watt, born in Scotland, studied math, tools, fixed engines on boats, work better, steam, engines, water out of mines, factories, horsepower. Done. Studied. I already... What did he study? I think... Okay, he used steam to power engines. The engines could pump water, horsepower, and he studied math. Let's go! So with a modest 33% increase, I would be at 544 words per minute, and I would save 15 minutes an hour of reading, something I do all the time. And by all the time, I mean absolutely never, because I don't read, because I simply don't know how to read. All right, so the next game that we're going to play in order to develop a very adult skill is called 911 Operator, which basically is going to teach us crisis management and how to be patient and communicate when we're distressed, which I think is a very valuable skill that every adult should have. This game is apparently very stressful, but very rewarding. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it and see if I can actually derive any sort of benefit from it. So here we go. Figure I'll definitely need headphones for this so I could listen to these pleas. All right, we gotta listen up. Let's start deployment.
Deploy the teams to different locations in the city.
All right.
Right-click to send it to any place in the city.
Gotcha, okay.
You should remain aware of the hospitals, police, and fire stations as your units may need to drive back to base. You can now disperse your units throughout the city. You might want to use the plus or minus buttons or the mouse.
All right, let's start our duty.
Now, here it is.
All right, so a party in the neighborhood is far too loud. So we want the police to go there.
When a unit arrives, the situation over. The team member. Now you have an incoming call.
All right, let's hear this.
911, what's your emergency?
Good evening. I need help. Yeah, stupid thing.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Jacob Copus.
Click the dialogue option of your choice to progress through the conversation. Usually, you should ask for the...
I don't need your help. I don't want this person giving me any sort of help. Why can't I just do this without your thing? Okay, I understand.
Time slows down.
No? Can you help me?
All right, so, sir, what happened?
Why'd you call 911?
My cat climbed up a tree and can't go down. It's very dark. Should you send firefighters?
Yes. Where are you?
Where are you calling from?
Around...
I'll send the fireman. All right, let's do this.
I'll be waiting.
Now,
You.
maintain
Bam.
the-
All right, here we go. Situation reports, so they have it handled. New incident. Okay, let's see. So there's a bomb threat, so things have escalated a lot. So they need a firefighter. All right, so I have to put 2 people on this. All right, we have 2 people on that. I'm going to wait on it now. Let's check on the status of this. Fine. They're still not there. Cat in a tree. Okay, we have something else popping up. Epilepsy attack. So there's 2 nearby. So we're going to have you go here.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? My stomach hurts really bad.
All right, you should be going to the hospital, but okay. Does anything else hurt
Does
you?
anything else hurt?
I have a terrible headache.
So, do you have any other symptoms?
No, I don't think so.
Why are you calling me? What did you eat?
Eaten anything unusual lately, sir?
I don't know. I ate a burrito.
Who calls 911 for a stomach ache?
Okay, I'll send the ambulance.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll wait for them to get here.
Do you know how expensive it is to have an ambulance shipped out to you? All right, so they finished, so I told him that I'd be... Oh, I didn't get his address. All right, we have to wait for the address to load because they have to get it downloaded. Oh my gosh, he's so far. It's just not worth sending an ambulance there. All right, we're going to do it. Whatever. But there's somebody injured. All right, we're going to... Let's reroute you. And instead, we'll put you to here. You'll go there. So how about that? All right, I feel like I've learned enough from this. I'm not trying to stress myself out over being a 911 operator, but I feel like I've acquired the skill already. All right, so another thing that you must know how to do is how to park a car, because as an adult, you will be driving. Okay, I guess there's nobody driving this car. First of all, why are we going so fast? Oh, the brake. Okay, I see. Never mind. All right. Yep, gotta park the car because you are going to be driving a car and you need to understand how to properly park and maneuver this weapon, this vehicle, this once-in-a-lifetime vehicle that created, and it's a weapon as much as it is a vehicle. So you have to truly understand how to properly maneuver this thing, because if you don't do it properly, it can lead to a lot of negative things. First of all, how am I not even on? What are they saying? I'm parked. This is fine. I'm parked, right? I'm right in between it. Good. Okay. See, very simple. So if you're pulling into a lot, right? Like, you know, you got to maneuver a bit. So let's see where there's a spot for us. It's also important that you remain patient while driving, because being patient is the #1 thing you can do. Why is it not letting me register the fact that I'm in between the tape? This is a legal parking spot. I'm parked perfectly legal. Perfectly. What do you want me to, like, back in? Like, I don't understand what you're looking for from me. All right, so I'll just pull in, I guess. You're gonna make me do extra work. All right, back up a little bit, slam on the brakes, and now we're parked. See, just like so. Remain calm, and everything will be okay. So identify the spot. So that's your first order, and then you're gonna want to just slow. Okay, sorry about that, sir. You could, you know. Okay. All right, well, I'm done with that. All right, so another thing that adults know how to do is they know how to speak multiple languages. And so I'm going to learn in like 2 seconds how to speak Spanish. Cuatro hojas verdes, so something green. Wrong click here, okay, so, okay. Cinco flores azules, so that means 5 blue flowers. So I'm gonna click the 5 blue flowers. Then we have un pez naranja, so a pez is a fish. Okay, cool. This is un gray gato. Blanco, the color. Gato. Blanco. Try again. Okay, no problem. Una gat. Nope. It's a girl, right? Una gato blanco. Okay. Un gato blanco. Ah, arigato gozaimasu. So there's gonna be dos rojos floros. Okay, that was a mess up on me. Dos flores rojo. Dos rojos rojas. All right, well, language is not the most important thing because tech and AI is going to actually ruin everybody's language skills, and so there's actually no point in learning this. But something else that adults know how to do is their own laundry, and so we're gonna learn how to sort laundry properly. So I guess the clean clothes will go here because these clothes they're all good, you know, they're not dirty. And then what we're gonna do is put the dirty clothes, easy enough, that need to go in the washing machine. Now we want to keep all the colors the same. So you want to put blues together, you want to put your greens together, right? There we go. And then once everything's all clean, then you put it back in a very nice organized fashion so that colors remain the same, because a really big thing when doing laundry is you want you want your delicates to be separated from your casuals, you want your whites to be separated from your colors. You know what I mean? You basically want a full-on machine work. Okay, I messed up right there, so just ignore that completely. But yeah, it's just basic matching, you know? Like, hey, that's it. And bam, you know how to do laundry. See? And you got like a little happy trophy too, to prove to you that you know how to do laundry. All right, so not the results I was expecting, but I'm only 17, so what do you guys expect? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content, click here, click here. Make sure to subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.